Hey, happy Friday, everybody. What's going on? What do we have in here? Sound off. Hey, Swamp Thing, what's going on, buddy? Gordon Walker, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. I don't know how you guys this week went. Mine went really fast. We were off Monday, and I'm off Fridays for the rest of the year. So I only had a 3-day work week. Just kind of went right through. Sure thing. How you doing, Robbie? Take a sip, man. Started off right. Yo, what's going on? Rick Torps here. What's happening, buddy? Yo, Mark Reynolds, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you, man. We had a pretty good week. A lot of the stuff I did was just little odds and ends because, well, I worked overtime the 3 days I did work. But I had hey, Tony Greensteiner, I had a good day Monday working around the shop. I did a good few hours out in the shop today. Man, is it hot up here. I don't know about down there in the south where you're at, Rick, or down in Louisiana for you, Robbie. But I'll tell you what, we've been having like a super heat wave. Henry, what's going on?
Don't be texting me nasty messages.
She's upstairs messing around, and it's
I'm not messing around. I'm taking out the dog.
It's
Yeah.
2 minutes into the show, and you're just now. Kim decided to join us. Bless us with her presence.
The dog is having issues.
Oh, okay. So Tony's here. Henry made it. Brad Reeves.
Hey, everybody.
Hubie. All right, everybody's starting to file.
5 foot and change FAO. You better watch out.
So, yeah,
Hey, Robbie.
I'm gonna release over tomorrow and Sunday a couple shorts. They're like part 1 and part 2. I made my own door card today. I shot myself right in the finger. I shot myself right in the finger with a stapler today. It was one of those JT21 model arrow where it looks backwards. And I just wanted to see what staples was in it. So rather than just pop it open and look, I shot one and I thought it would come out this side. And it come out this side and went straight in my finger. my buddy's like, you should have taped that. Everybody would have wanted to see that. It was flush with in my flesh. I had to take a pair of needle nose and pull it out.
Oh my God.
Kim was gracious enough to get me a Band-Aid.
I was on work time.
But you can't even tell. It's like you can't even tell it was there because it's some real thin staples.
Hey, Becky. Hey, too, babe.
You can't even see the holes
anymore.
What's happening, Paul? Becky, what's going on? One's here. What's going on, buddy?
Nothing in bubblegum pink one.
Yeah, Turlo's Garage. What's happening? So, Turlo and Chaz ain't here yet, guys. I got the mail out late this week. So
Monday was a holiday.
Monday was a holiday. Tuesday, I just flat out forgot. Wednesday, I meant to do it, and then Kim filled out the envelopes for me. So I think they went in everything went in the mail late. I think everything went in Thursday this week. I apologize. I just got behind the 8 ball. So
yeah, the Bills. I think that's a good pick.
The Bills? Oh, the football thing that you guys do. I think the door, window, or whatever you want to call it. My buddy Mike said the same thing today. I don't think the Bills are going to be a contender anymore. I think they're going to start falling off.
Well, hello, Becky.
I don't like being late, Andy. So I just. You'll get them probably Monday or Tuesday.
Take a week anyway to get to Oregon from here.
I don't know. They seem like they get it pretty quick. The stuff seems to get out west pretty quick. It gets on the right plane. What about what Joe Burrow's deal was? Enlighten me. I have him, the Cincinnati Bengals, in my 33 pool. If you know what 33 is, that's my team for the year, the Bengals.
Too, babe, I got all kinds of videos backed up. It's not, I'm not blaming you. I said, I got all kinds of videos backed up. I got to voice over them.
Yeah. It's not me.
$33 million a year for 10 years.
Yeah, that's, I guess, I mean, they really like him, so pay him now or pay him later. You're going to pay him. They got him locked up for the rest of his career, it sounds like. That's a lot of money.
Mrs. K must be working.
Not even close, Robbie. Not even close. I seen all them running backs this year. They was all griping about the money. I'd like to make $10 million a year. I'll tell you. You get one payday like that if you invest it properly. You're set up for the rest of your life. These guys, I mean, I guess there's never enough. So I made my first excuse me, I can't even talk. I made my first door card today. I think it came out really good, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, the material did, but then I did a treatment on it. You know, it was like my buddy Jay. He let me borrow one of his. You know,
thanks, Becky.
He let me borrow one of his door cards he's got down there at the shop. You know, in his used part sales. Like, hey, just borrow that one. I made a pattern, and I liked the chrome that it had on it, but he wanted it back because of the chrome. So,
Mr. B's grilling.
I found a way to kind of try to do it. See what you guys think. Whatever. Well, like I said, the next 2 days is tomorrow morning. I'll release part 1 of the door card, and Sunday I'll do part 2 in the morning. Everything's going slow this past couple weeks. I did really good there for about a month, and in the last week and almost 2 weeks, everything's dropped off. So I got to try to find something that sparks everybody's interest again, I guess.
What you grilling, Mr. B?
Uh-oh.
Selena
made it, and Grady's here.
Selena got glass paints. She's gonna let me know. There's Chaz.
Oh, now remember, hon, I do have that mirror glass paint out in the shop that I used.
It's like paint with paintbrush.
Right, but I don't want you to forget I got that little can of mirror paint still out there if you ever need that. That's for glass. Yo, Chaz, I was telling everybody else, I'll let you know, I got mail out late this week, so you probably won't get your stuff till Monday or Tuesday. I got things in the mail late, plus it's a holiday. What's going on, Mr. Hedgefield, West Virginia? How you doing, Mark?
It is neither nautical or chalk glass paint. It's just glass paint.
Just glass
Selena's making little crafts. She's making scarecrow bottles. She's actually got a table.
Oh, for craft sales?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. All right. Go, Selena. Serena. Am I saying? Selena. Don't get mad. I can't talk. I get a twisted tongue easy. What word was I having trouble with today? Feminine. I couldn't say that today. And it's getting worse as I get older. I saw a pink Mustang, and I was on the phone with Kim driving back from Jay's, and all I did was say, "I'm glad you're not so feminine."
Oh my God.
Feminine that you have to have a pink car. And she's like, "I don't like pink," and I'm like, "That's what I'm saying."
Oh, Mr. B is 3 deep in cocktails. What kind of cocktails? That sounds good. We never just do cocktails.
Once in a while.
We should just get that simply stuff. You can just add liquor to it. It's like the lemonade, Simply Lemonade. They have Simply mixed drink mixer now.
That's booze and you just put whatever you like in it?
It's not booze. It's a mixer and you put whatever booze in you want.
Oh, okay. I got you. What was that drink you made that one year we were having the horseshoe park?
Margaritas.
No, them girls like it. You started it with like a bubbly champagne, or a white wine. I think
It
it
was
was
a sangria.
something. You made them something. And they were all going crazy over it. And then you couldn't replicate it. It took you forever to make that one bottle, and they had guzzled it down in like 2 minutes. And you're like, more. And you're like, The first batch you made was really good.
Randy Ryan's here. How's your kidneys doing all better now?
Nah, I don't really worry about it too much, but I just did a quick look around, a little 1 minute look around, QB. But go figure. It's like that the belt video got like, I don't know, 20, 25, 30,000 views. I can't, you go look. I don't know. Maybe it was 22 the last time I looked. I don't really pay attention, but I know it did all right. But I mean, I just noticed the graph, their YouTube's brutal. They let you know. They let you know when you ain't doing too good. You just go into your app and it shows this arrow pointing straight down, and I'm like, well, I better come up with something else, I guess. We'll see. I can only show you what I'm working on. I do need to do stuff on the truck. I was supposed to do it today. It was too hot. I didn't even ask my friends, and I don't think they were real interested in me coming down there today because they were sitting in the air conditioner whenever I went down to do football pools. They were already in the AC. I don't think they were interested in me milling around their shop. Maybe next weekend. We'll see if it cools off and they're not busy.
Next weekend we got a party. I mean, unless you're talking about next Friday.
Next Friday, hon. Saturday's the party.
Yeah.
I'm not making any plans for Saturday. I do want to get some black primer, the epoxy primer, and I want to get the doors at least painted, bodywork and painted on the doors, and then I can put the glass in. I want to get the glass in, and I'm slowly, like today I got some stuff from Jay. I went back down to see Jay today, and I owed him money for last week. Like I said, he was so busy, and he's like, "Bri, just get out of here. You can pay me next week." And I'm like, all right. So I shot out of there. And this week I went back down. He got me my trunk seal, the rubber trunk seal, the door seals. Then he got me that bottom door seal. I guess I should have brought the box down to show you guys because he was explaining to me how to put them on. He's like, Brian, you got to use he's like the little rubbers that push in the holes. They're not worth crap. And you got to add a little bit of, he said, of all things, super glue. So it's to help the water run down and run inside the door and out the vents, the little hole vents at the bottom. So,
hey, Tim Russell, guitar.
I didn't even know that stuff existed until today. Jay said I needed it, and I said okay.
The last time we went streaking, the Blue Jays won the World Series. That was 1993, wasn't it? One against the Phillies.
Hey, Tim Russell's guitar. It's good to see you too, man. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you, man.
Okay.
Randy hit me in the kidneys right away about the Nova. It is what it is, buddy. I got to get a shed. I don't have room. And when I get room, I'll do it. You look at this. See this scratch right here?
Not right here. Right here.
Right here. That's because of the Nova today. I was bending over to pick something up on the floor, and when I came up, I hit the quarter panel that's up on the bench, and it's got that little sharp edge, and that hurt pretty good. I got banged up pretty good today. I stapled my finger. I cut my face.
Oh wow, Tony! Tony's helping his friend get 250 cars ready.
No, but I thought I was passing one this morning. I was telling Kim, right in my kidney area, I had back pain. I'm like, please, not today. So either it was something else or it was so small I just passed it because
That's what I told him, Robbie. I said, I'm going to tell everybody that I punched you. Right across.
I know we're or a trailer, whatever. One, we'll get something. But I do. I'm as soon as I got some room. I actually look forward to cutting into that thing a little bit. I don't know. I mean, see what happens. Jay was telling me about a 55 that he's got a line on, and
yeah, how much you said?
Huh?
Tell him what you said.
I'll trade him the Nova and the parts for it. He's got a line on a 55, and it's a sport coupe. And they were going. The guy bought it from Jay, and they cut the back frame and made it. They were going to tub the back, and they were going to turn it into a Pro Street car. And they cut the whole floor out and channeled the rear and all that stuff. And then the guy that was funding the project backed out. So now him and Jay are going back and forth, and Jay he wants Jay to pay him the exact same amount of money that Jay sold it to him 2 years ago, and Jay's like, no, it's missing a floor, and you cut the frame up. He goes, I'll buy it off of you, but he said, I'm not going to give you what you gave me. You completely changed the car. And
That's right, Randy.
He cut the whole floor out and has it sitting outside for 2 years. That's one thing I know I could do fairly quickly is put a floor in one of those things if I had to. I just may have to either get a different frame or continue with their plan and tub the back. That would be a fun project. So I don't know. I get what's it called? Sidetracked very easily.
Really?
What?
Hubie had a stone too. And what's one saying? He's got some rocks right now.
Oh man, that could be. I'll tell you what, one that I had him last year so bad. I think I was telling you guys last time. I come down here into the basement and laid on the tile floor just for the cold tile floor for some relief until I could wait for the medical place to open, because you can't hold nothing down liquid if you got bad ones, and they give you a pill that helps you hold all that down so you can flush yourself out. But oh my goodness.
They must be contagious. Squirrel.
I think it's our age. I drink a lot of iced tea. I drink a lot of coffee. That's probably got something to do with it. We got a lot of minerals in our water, and I drink a lot of ice. I drink a lot of ice water.
Hey, where's David Soloway?
He's not here yet. He better hurry up and get in here so we can get him liquored up.
Prune juice, Robbie said.
What, is that like a cure for it?
No, I think he's just saying because you're old.
Oh.
High quality H2O.
I drink a lot of. I do drink a lot of ice water.
That's some high quality H2O.
Jazz, I'm on the ice water a lot in the evenings. Like during the day, I'll have 1 or 2 glasses of water or ice water. At work, I'll drink 1 or 2 bottles of water. I drink too many liquids. I mean, I'm on 4 or 5 coffees a day. I at least have 1 soda. I have 2 bottles of water when I'm at work, and then I always have a drink right at my chair when I'm upstairs sitting with Kim, and I'll go through a few glasses of ice water or iced tea if that's what I'm having.
Monkey poop coffee.
Monkey poop.
It's civet coffee.
What is it?
Civet.
What's that?
They actually get the beans from the poop. The animal eats it.
Oh, the animal eats the coffee bean, and then he poops it out, and then they take the poop out. I don't want to drink poop.
Not poop, it's the coffee bean.
Oh my goodness. Robbie says it costs a lot of money.
They are. It's expensive.
DD Speed Shop. I have been road tripping it, Dan. Last weekend I took it to Jay's shop, and the guy that was down there has a junkyard. It wasn't the guy that invited us to his junkyard, but it was another guy that got another junkyard, and he was all over my car. I mean, he was climbing all. He loved that. Jay said he timed us being there together on purpose, but I've been putting some miles on it. Absolutely. I haven't taken it on any super road trips yet, but I probably got about 600 miles on it now, 500-600 miles. Yeah, I was digging that. Dan, I didn't comment on today's video yet because I guess I was a little more than halfway into it. I've been running in and out and stuff like that, and I had to pause. So I'm about the halfway point. I think it's right when Danielle was yelling about you scratching her paint on her oil
What?
pan.
He scratched her paint?
He scratched her paint on her oil pan, and she had a conniption.
He's got 100 miles on the Nova already.
You are the man, dude. What? I guess you're leaving that in the States. What? Am I reading that right from the last couple videos? You're driving that down there, and she's flying down and meeting you, and you're leaving it down south. That's probably the smart thing to do if you're going to be doing all this road stuff down here. That way, I mean, that's killer coming the whole way across. Yeah, that's a tough ride solo, but you know what?
One.
My buddy always told me, he said when he's making long trips by himself to stay awake, like have a bag of pretzels or something. He said just constantly chew on pretzels that just keep, or something like that, potato chips, pretzels, whatever you like. He's like, just keep chewing and doing that kind of stuff. Keep yourself awake.
Randy said Dee Dee could pick up Kim's Nova on the way home.
Drive that back. It actually got a strong little 350 in it.
One said tow truck miles don't count.
There you go.
That's the way to do it.
They used to have
blood.
When I was bringing Kim home, and we were living in California, and I was driving across country. He was on those diet pills, and back then they were like super caffeine. And she gave me 2 of those, and she's like, "Let's just get out of San Francisco, get on the highway. We'll find a nice place, and we'll just sleep." Because I was up the night before painting our apartment, so they'd give me back my security deposit. I needed it for gas money. I was poor back then. And Kim's like, "We'll just get out of town. We'll just make a nice little ride, and then we'll get a hotel, and we'll start fresh the next day." Next thing I know, we were in Bakersfield. My eyes were like this big, and Kim's like, "Can we pull over now?" I did that. How many times did we drive across country? 2 or 3 times, huh?
2.
2. We took the southern route both times because it was winter time. You don't want to get caught on 80 in the winter.
That's the way to do it, Tarlo.
Oh, drink them if you got them. For one, smoke them if you got them. The 80s one. Diet
pills.
Oh, yeah, in the 80s. Chaz, you was in the Navy, those 80s pills or 90s pills were not, I don't know. I don't think they'd be legal today. I still got one wing glass. The wing glass didn't do good either. I got one more wing glass to put together. That's a nifty little job. Now I know what I'm doing. The first one, I sort of botched it. I mean, I still have to put one more rivet in it because I used up all the rivets because I had to take them out and redo it. But I got rivets. I went and got rivets today. I got nails for Kim, and I got myself the 1/4-inch staple so I could finish that door card. I'm going to tell you, I did really good on that door card. I figured one thing out. I got this the what do they call that strip that I got, Kim? Do you know what with the spikes in it?
I have no idea.
It's just where you put the metal down and it has spikes that grabs the material. It makes it easy going around curves. Like I watched Dan make his door cards last year, and it's really hard on the corners. But when you got that strip that has the little spikes that grabs the material, you just keep moving it. And it's like you go all the way around and you go back around and you can pull it over a little bit more. And that strip is really, really good, man.
Hey, Kevin L.
Yo, Kevin, what's up, buddy? And it really made that for an easy job. And it holds everything till you got it where you like it. And then you can shoot all your staples in. So it came out really good. I can't wait to show you guys. That's on part 2. You won't see that till Sunday. one short a day. So yeah, I'll have to look on the box, or maybe it might.
Tack strip, Brian. Somebody said it in the room.
Is it tack strip?
Tack.
Tack strip. It's sort of like tack strip, Robbie. It might be what they call it. Let me go into my orders because I did buy it on Amazon. So hang on a minute. And I can show you guys what it is. But the only thing that sucked about it, you can only get it where it's like already L-shaped bent. And I wanted mine flat because I had to turn it around the way I wanted it. And let's see, let me show you guys. Yeah, it is tack strip. That stuff right there. You guys see that? The only thing that sucked about it is it was 90-degree bent, and I had to make it flat.
Bye, Turlo. Have a good weekend.
Take it easy, Turlo. And I attached it with rivets. It's the only thing I could think of to use that wouldn't protrude out the other side. It came out pretty good. But again, that's part 2. Where are we at? We still got a few minutes to go. One that's exactly my buddy Kevin. He was telling me when I stapled my finger, he goes, "Bri, you should have turned the camera on." He goes, "Everybody wants to watch people getting banged up." And I was pretty banged up too. That staple, it was a 3/8 staple, or no, it was 17. Excuse me, it was 17 30-seconds, and that thing was all the way in where I had to get a pair of needles.
It's not like you had a baby or anything.
It hurt. You put a 17 30-second staple.
You have a baby.
Here we go. Comparing pain. Sounds like a fish story, BW. What's that mean?
It sounds like you're lying.
Oh, I'm not lying, buddy.
Oh
It was all the way in. It was all the way in. Kim's seen it. There was 2 holes and there was blood everywhere. You can't even see it now, though. The hole's closed up.
She must be working tonight, Tony. She's a hard-working woman.
I agree with you, Randy. I don't think Kim could handle passing a kidney stone.
Oh, my God, whatever.
What do you mean? Ask your sister. Your sister even said
my sister's a wuss. She passes out from pain.
She's had 3 kids, and she said kidney stones are worse.
She hit her elbow at the dentist office and fell on the floor and was flopping around on the back floor.
A man with a headache. Oh, come on, man. You're coming down on the...
Babe caught a 100-pound fish.
I guess next time I staple myself or something, I'll turn the camera on. See? Even Kevin said he's heard a woman say the same thing, that a kidney stone's worse than childbirth. Read.
I read.
You're right. It is, too. I know it. My sister-in-law said the exact same thing. Boy, oh boy, the fish story, huh?
It's that time.
It is that time. So we got the new truck sticker, all right, and we got the new refrigerator magnet, and we'll be giving those away for the first person that guesses the number between 1 and 50, 1 and 50 for the sticker and magnet go.
Ooh, they're all around.
Oh, they're all over the place.
You're too high, Turbo. 1 in 50, 1 in 50. Too high. That's what we usually say to one. Too high, one. Too high. That's
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Come on.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. That's twice that they were within it. He's in the ballpark. Boy, there. Oh, there it is.
Hubie.
Hubie's Garage. Hubie's
48.
Garage, number 48. Here, let me bring it up. Show. Boy, you were all, you got, I saw 49 like 3 times. There you go. Officially on Kim's phone, the number 48. All right. Hubie's Garage. We'll get these in the mail to you. I'll try to do better this week. I was late getting everything in the mail last week. But, we'll get these in the mail to you. Nothing like a good refrigerator magnet. Was it Martin telling me he couldn't peel them off? I was having trouble moving them around on my fridge too. They're the same thing that Rock Auto sends you whenever you buy parts from Rock Auto. They got the same kind of adhesion, I guess. Magnetic adhesion.
What do you mean, one?
Oh,
new number.
Henry said new number. Brand new.
Chaz.
Hustling me again.
Who had the first guess? The first guess was the first person who guessed. It was Mark's Garage, 18.
No, see, everybody's screen. Yeah, it is Mark's Garage, number 18.
Oh, you're welcome, Hubie.
Woo.
My old fire station number. There you go. Engine 48.
Engine 48. What was that back in the 70s, that emergency show? Remember? What was their number? Come on. It's like the 70s ambulance show, fire truck show. What was it called?
It was called Emergency.
Was it called Emergency? Adam 12. Thank you.
That was a police show.
51. Emergency was 51.
Emergency was the medical show.
They all kind of ran. Yeah, there was Emergency. There was Adam 12. And there was Chips. They don't have good.
Okay, so Eric Estrada was the one chip guy.
Right.
His partner, you know who his son is in real life?
Who?
Chris Pine. Captain Kirk on Star Trek, the movies. He's like a pretty famous actor.
Well, Ponch had 2 different partners.
Well, it was the tall blonder guy.
The taller blonde guy, because they had. I actually saw a picture on Facebook today that had all 3 of them on a picture. Car 54, where are you? Do you know the words to the song for that?
No.
What? I do. I know it. Do you?
Maybe it was his boss. It was this guy. Well, that guy.
Yeah, that's one of them. That's one of his partners.
And that's his son. Because I know you don't know actors. That's his son, Chris Pine.
Okay. That's a picture of me and an old man. There's no picture of him. Oh, okay, sure.
You don't really know who he is.
No,
you don't know.
I don't really, I'm not like a super actor person. It's like, I know who Burt Reynolds is. I know who Clint Eastwood is. And I know who Farrah Fawcett is. But I don't know who any of these actors, especially today's. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know who any of them
That's
are.
right,
I could walk right by them and not know who the heck I just walked past.
You are the old man in that photo. No one except the shadow knows. Do you feel lucky, punk?
I might be old, but at least Clint Eastwood's still making movies, and they're still a lot better than most people's movies.
Is it still really hot there, Kevin? Because it was hot here all week.
I didn't even get the mower out today, Kevin. It was too hot. And then I was like telling Kim, I was like, I might come in and make the door card inside. and I just started doing stuff. She's like, "Well, I thought you were working inside." And it's like, "Well, I want to get all the, the dirty work done. Like I was pop riveting through the wood, so I wanted to drill all the holes first. I didn't want a bunch of dust in the house. And I ended up doing the whole job outside because then I had to spray glue and everything else."
Swamp Thing's first wife looked like Sally Field in Smokey and the Bandit. She was cute in that movie. Oh, good. You finally cooled off. That's good.
Yeah, today was brutal up here too, Kevin. I didn't even attempt it. I'm like, I'll get it maybe this weekend. We'll see. It's supposed to rain for the next 7 days. They're calling for a chance of rain. Did you see that?
No.
Like the next 7 days, it could rain at any
My
time.
70s TV shows were the Jeffersons and All in the Family. I've been sending Jeffersons gifts all week. Be Brian at Wordle.
My absolute, I guess, Kim's a big sitcom person. So I mean, I was too. I always liked who was the guy that Charles Bronson that had the bird on his
No, that was Beretta.
Beretta. I like Beretta. and I
Moving on up.
one of my favorites is Columbo, man. I could still watch Columbo right now. Excuse me, pardon me, sir. Can I just take a minute of your time?
Sanford and Son.
And Sam, look, I got a Sanford and Son sign out in my shop. That's probably, if you're going by sitcoms, that's my all-time favorite sitcom. I was telling them guys yesterday or the day before at work, I had to climb up and get something out of this machine, the palletizer. And I'm like, I looked at the guy, I'm like, man, I used to be able to climb around this stuff like Spider-Man. I said, now I'm like Grady from Sanford.
No, you know what was a good one? Soap.
Soap?
Soap was good.
The
Rockford Files.
The Rockford Files. I remember him too. That was Jed Clampett.
No, was it?
Wasn't Rockford? Who was he?
No.
Well, the guy that played Jed Clampett, who he did Barnaby Jones. I'm thinking of Barnaby Jones. Sorry. Barnaby Jones was the guy that played Jed Clampett, right? Am I right about that at least?
Yeah. Not Jim Rockford.
Not Jim Rockford. I said I had it wrong.
Faulty Towers.
Yes, it was. I like those kind of shows with like Barnaby Jones and like I said, Columbo.
You are an old man.
Well, I could still watch Columbo.
You're an old man.
I remember when I stayed with my grandma that one summer, man. That was my thing. I'd do a little bit of what one would do, and then I'd go in there and turn on the TV and watch Columbo.
That's right, too, babe. James Garner. Jim Rockford.
Everybody's talking about TV shows, and Tony's like, I love walleye.
Because Kevin's going fishing tomorrow. He's going fishing.
I'm following.
Rocky was his dad, right? Forget it. You didn't watch the Rockford Files.
No, I didn't really watch. I watched Hawaii Five-0. Come on, did you watch Hawaii Five-0?
Yes, book 'em, Dano.
Look at Randy Ryan, the fall guy. I might jump from a tall building, Tarzan from a vine. I'm the unknown stunt man. With his big square body. Yeah, a cool square body. Heck yeah, man. When I was a kid, though, when I was a little kid, I mean, there was nothing better than the $6 Million Man. I mean, that was the stuff, especially whenever he was fighting Bigfoot.
Oh, Twerp just said the $6 Million Man. So did Robbie. Robbie and Twerp did.
When I was a kid, man, that was it. And when he had to fight, it was Andre the Giant played Bigfoot, right? Was it Andre the Giant that was Bigfoot?
I doubt it.
I think it was Andre the Giant. Look it up, honey.
No.
I need you to look it up.
What you need and what I'm going to do are two separate things.
Oh my goodness gracious!
But
The Incredible Hulk too. I mean, it's close one. It's like I loved the Incredible Hulk too, but I mean, when I was a little kid, it was the $6 Million Man. I mean, look at the spinoffs from the $6 Million Man. Then you had this, what was it, the $1 Million Woman, or
the Bionic Woman.
The Bionic Woman.
Jean Summers.
I mean, I bought it hook, line, and sinker. All they had to do was that noise. And I did love the Hulk too. One I watched. I started watching it on one of the things we got upstairs. It might have been Netflix or one of them. I started watching it again, and the graphics were so hokey, I couldn't help but start laughing. But when you're a kid, it looked good. Like whenever he picked that bear up and threw it across the pond, it looked like a stuffed animal. It was a stuffed animal, but you could tell it was a stuffed animal. But when you were a kid, you thought, hey, man, look at that. He just threw a bear across the lake. Oh, man. Now you're hitting on it. Now you're hitting on it too, babe. The A-Team. I bet you I've seen every single one of those, too. Oh, man. Look at one. Grizzly Adams. Wow. Now you're hitting on all of them. Yeah, there was some good stuff back in the day. Nobody watches TV anymore because they don't have great shows like that no more. That's what the problem is. The reality TV killed all the good shows. My grandmother loved Gunsmoke Randy. That was her favorite. Grandma Winters. That's all right. I like everybody liked the Dukes of Hazzard. Come on now.
The Munsters. Beautiful.
B.A. Brackus. Beautiful.
Starsky and Hutch was my favorite. I loved Starsky. I wanted to marry Starsky. Everybody liked David Soul. I liked Paul Michael Glaser.
Murdoch was my favorite too, babe.
Yeah.
They had to get him out of the nut house every week. Every week he's in the nut house and they had to go break him out and go fly a plane.
That's right. Everybody watches YouTube now. Nobody watches network TV. The Red Tomato.
Ooh, Huggy Bear.
I had the Starsky and Hutch dolls and the car because I love Starsky and Hutch.
That was your favorite?
I told you I wanted to marry Starsky.
He
Chris.
He might. Oh, Chris. He still might be available.
I think he died.
Really?
His wife died. She had AIDS.
What about B.J. McKay?
Oh, I loved him too. No, he's still alive. He's 80. He's 80 years old.
B.J. McKay?
No, Paul Michael Glaser.
Oh.
Oh, he was, what was his name? Greg Evigan.
Yo, what's going on, Michigan Muscle Car? How you doing, buddy? Everything's going good here, Herb.
Greg Evigan is 69 years old.
Hey, Don, what's going on? Hey, that's cool, man. You got stuff going on. Living life, brother.
They were dolls to me when I was a girl. I can call them dolls. They were dolls.
They were action figures.
No, they were dolls. Love the monkey. Yeah. B.J. McKay and his best friend Bear.
What was the one that the guy, the Great American Hero?
Yeah.
That was a good show. That only ran like, 2 or 3 years. And I still remember the song for that one, too. Some of that stuff just sticks. I can't remember what happened yesterday, but I could sing a song from a early 1980s sitcom.
He was in here last week, too, babe. He said they were dying down.
What's that?
From work. The fires where country boy is.
Oh yeah, everything was dying down.
Bye, Selena.
Take it easy, Selena. Good luck with your scarecrow wine bottle project. Did I say that right?
I think you got it that time.
The Beverly Hillbillies. Hey, that's like I say that my email is Jed Clamp at 32, Gordon. So there you go. I used to watch the Hillbillies. Oh yeah, the Fall Guy. We were just talking about him a minute ago. You missed it, Herb. I sang about his song at the beginning. Green Acres. A lot of the stuff we were reintroduced to on. Remember when we were kids in the early '80s? It was Nick at Night, right? It had all the old sitcoms like Green Acres and Car 54 and all that stuff from like the 60s was on Nick at Night whenever like early 80, 81, 82. Gilligan's Island, the Brady Bunch, absolutely all that stuff. They were good shows. They don't have shows like that anymore.
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could be so free. Gilligan's Island, that was another one of my favorites.
Mostly all those actors are dead too, right? I think the only one left is Ginger.
I think Mary Ann's still alive.
No, Mary Ann, I think she died. She died like a year or two ago. And Mary Ann got me through puberty.
Yep, she did die.
Yeah.
Dawn Wells.
I'm fairly certain that the only one still living is Ginger. And she's like 80 something years old. Am I right? Or are you looking that up too?
Tina Louise?
Yeah.
Girl.
See, you know her name. I only know Ginger. That's it.
She's 89 years old.
89. She's the only. She's the only one still living. I never understood how they were on that island. They always got that music when they was dancing. The girls would start dancing and be like, "Oh
man." Did you ever turn your hat inside out in boot camp to look like Gilligan?
No. No, I didn't do that. I think I got in trouble.
Come and knock on our door.
We had the white hats after boot camp, man.
Mm-hmm.
Had to wear them like when we was at. Well, they started letting us wear ball caps, but once we were at our command, we could wear ball caps. But when you're not at your command, you're supposed to wear your white hat. I had a couple white hats. They're hard to clean, man. Okay. No, he wasn't. My company commander had the foulest mouth, Chaz. He just every other word out of his mouth was the F word. And when I didn't really cuss, and then when I got out of the service and went home for leave,
You're full of crap.
I started cussing from that point forward, Kim. You didn't let me finish.
You're full of crap. You were
that man. No, I was not a cusser before that. I was a cusser after boot camp.
You're the one who made me cuss. You're the one who made me cuss.
I did. I freely admit it. That guy did it to me, and you caught it from me. That's a disease, man. It's like the guy almost had Tourette's. Every other word out of his mouth was
Tourette's.
Tourette's. It was like every other word.
Oh my God, I think you have Tourette's.
Maybe. Every other word out of his mouth was.
You got CRS.
CRS? What the heck's that? Huh?
Can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember much.
Turks. Turks.
Oh my gosh,
puts
a dirty twist on everything.
I love the Carol
Take a
Burnett
sip or a
show.
hit.
When Tim Conway did that thing with the Mama's Family and the elephant, I still watch that.
Ooh, I got BMW disease. Yes, I do. Big mouthed wife. That is true. That is.
I don't disagree. Nobody's gonna stop me from saying something.
Apparently not.
Nope. Door.
That was always a good one, Henry. I always liked watching Twilight Zone. You might just be in the Twilight Zone.
No.
Did I not say that right?
No,
How's it go?
not that way.
But you know it's not that way. But
I know it's not that way.
Sure, I remember Creep Show. With the little skeleton guy doing this horror stories, right? Look at Unsolved Mysteries. Now that was big in the early '90s, right? The Unsolved Mysteries.
Sure.
We used to watch that stuff. We used to watch that and Rescue 911. Remember Rescue 911 with William Shatner?
In the Twilight Zone.
And the dog was out there in the porch and he was barking. Kim just rolled her eyes at me. But she knows exactly the episode I'm talking about. This lady's dog was barking because an alligator bit somebody or something. Rescue 911. Henry's just naming all them horror ones off. Shana Nana.
Oh my God. Sha na na.
Sha na na. Whatever. I knew what it was with Bowser.
There you go. His dad was on Rescue 911.
That's pretty cool. There you go.
Unsolved Mysteries with Robert Stack. I don't know if they caught murderers. It was just more.
It was just unsolved mysteries. It
The one
wasn't
that Ron's
necessarily a
thinking
murder.
about is the one with John. What's his face? The one whose kid got killed. And then he did the show.
Oh, that's what the heck was the name of that? His son's name was Adam.
Yeah.
And they did that. That was Unsolved Murders or something. Or,
No. I don't remember what it was called, but it wasn't that.
Somebody would think about it. John, my kid was abducted, so I'm an expert guy. Something like that.
America's Most Wanted.
Look at that. Don, America's Most Wanted. There you go. Look at Don says his dad had 3 of his 56 Chevys in Unsolved Mysteries. There was the girl who went missing on the west side of Columbus in the 70s. All right.
I love Bob Ross, Kevin. Bob Ross. Happy Little Trees.
You know, he was a bad man pajama. He was a Green Beret and everything else, from what I read. Something like that. He was a pretty bad man pajama before he was on TV. Bob Ross. That's pretty cool, Don.
Hey, BBK.
Hey, there you go. Better late. That's right, Gorney. Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers neighborhood.
Hey, country boy. Two Babe was asking about you.
Yeah, Two Babe was looking for you earlier.
Wanted to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, Don, you should try to find that video and put it on your channel. That'd be pretty cool to look at. We're coming into the 80s now. Look at the Magnum PI. Well, we can after you guys rattled off all the names of all those shows, we can pretty much say today's TV stinks compared to the 70s and 80s TV, even early 90s. I'm sure we missed a bunch. Did anybody say Chico and the Man?
Mm-mm.
Chico and the Man. I can agree with that, Chaz.
Randy. That's nice of you, Randy.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
BBK, Green Acres, Sanford and Son.
Yeah, it was one of my favorites, Grady. Kim and I reproduced the sign, did the best we could with it. I think it came out pretty good.
Chaz blames her. It's all reality TV. You can't come up with anything original.
Yeah, it's always remakes of this and remakes of that. How about coming up with something original?
Good times. Perry Mason. They're out of ideas.
When they're on strike long enough, they should have some ideas by now. He's I don't know what the heck he's doing over there.
Oh, I don't know.
My one neighbor, he like works on movie sets and stuff. And
He works for
M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan Productions is right here in our county and everything. He most of his works through him, but it's like what the writers they've been on strike almost a year now.
No, May.
June. Okay, well they've been on strike a while, so he's home an awful lot. I don't know how long they don't. Can you collect unemployment while you're on strike? I don't think so.
Well, he's not on strike. The people he works for is on strike.
Well, he's a part of the union, honey.
Okay, but it's not the writers' union's on strike and the actors' union's on strike.
I thought they were attached as stage crew to the writers. I didn't know.
Well, we forgot the Brady Bunch. Nobody said
No,
the Brady Bunch.
yeah, they did. Brandy,
No.
I think it was Randy said the Brady Bunch. Brady Bunch was brought up. Archie Bunker.
Archie. Well, that was fun talking about old TV shows.
Yeah. There you go, Rawhide. How about the Rifleman?
Someone said that. Robbie just said that.
Oh, my look at Henry said the Waltons. My buddy Mike, his wife is a huge fan of the Waltons.
Bye, Mark.
They just went on a vacation to the Waltons' house or something like that. It's like a what do they call that? Kim, bed and breakfast thing.
Good night, John Boy. Good night, Chaz.
Good night, everybody.
Good night,
I
one.
hope y'all have a great week. It was fun
Good night,
talking
Mr.
to you guys
B.
this week. Look for a whole bunch of shorts that coming out this week. We got some in the pipeline. Some are done. That's what I'm doing right now. I got one movie I'm like throwing pieces together on, but nothing to write home about. I hope y'all had a good time. I sure did talking to everybody. We'll have another.
We'll do the sha-na-na goodbye.
Sha-na-na-na-na. That's pretty good.
All right, everybody. Have a good weekend.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
Bye.
We got a couple more seconds left, darling. Oh, man. You guys always crack me up. It was a good time talking to everybody. Can't wait to talk to you next week. Be safe. Do something fun, whether it's in the garage or not. Take care, everybody.